Well, the 4th of July is this coming weekend, and I had a friend suggest that I make some desserts that would be great for 4th of July. And so today I am making a raw fruit pizza. And I'm going to be putting strawberries and blueberries, and it's going to have a nice icing on it and everything. And it's going to be so good for the 4th of July. Hi, I'm Annette, a plant-based home chef and a volunteer with Bounty and Soul, where we connect, share, and celebrate nutritious food. We believe food is medicine, and we believe in the power of plants and whole foods. Now, this recipe does contain nuts, so if you're allergic to nuts, you might want to avoid this recipe. However, it is oil-free, and we're going to be using dates, and instead of oil, I'm going to be adding some aqua faba, the liquid from the garbanzo beans after they're cooked. So let's get started making the raw fruit pizza. So for the frosting on the pizza, we are going to use some cashews, and I have soaked these in boiling water for about a half an hour or so. We're going to be using some raw cashews to make as the base for the frosting. And also I'm going to be adding some water. This is a half a cup of water to it, as well as, instead of the coconut oil that the recipe calls for, I'm going to be adding some aqua faba to it. And then to make it sweet, we're going to be adding some maple syrup. So these are all going to be the items for the frosting, and we're going to do the frosting first and then put it in the refrigerator so it can set up. For the crust, we're going to be using some walnuts. Today I'm going to be using walnuts. You can use almonds or walnuts, and I have 2 cups of walnuts here, and I'll be pulsing that with some dates. Now I have pitted the dates. I took out the seed, and there are 12 dates here, so you can use 8 to 12 dates, and that's all going to go into my food processor along with just some sea salt. That will be our crust. When I'm going to be putting it into a springform pan. I don't have a tart pan, but if you did have a tart pan, it would be good to line it with some parchment paper, which I have here. But I'm going to be using my springform pan, and I'm just going to press the crust into the bottom of this, and then layer the frosting on it, and then put the fruit. Now, last week I got some beautiful strawberries from Bounty and Soul in my market box, and so I have washed these strawberries and I've sliced them, and that's going to go on top along with some beautiful blueberries. So the frosting will be white, the strawberries will be red, and the blueberries will be blue. So it will be a patriotic fruit pizza. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be putting all my ingredients into my NutriBullet and using that. If you had a high-speed blender, that would be good, or you had a food processor, you could use that as well. So for the frosting, which I'm going to make right now, I'm going to go ahead and add all those cashews to my NutriBullet. And I'm going to add the half a cup of water to the NutriBullet. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the aqua faba. There's 1. If you ever cook your garbanzo beans, there's 2. Do not throw away the aqua faba. It has so many uses. And I'm going to add a little bit more. There we go. It has so many uses. So don't throw that away. I'm going to add a little bit of the, oh no, the salt doesn't go in there right now. We need a couple tablespoons of the maple syrup. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. 1 tablespoon and 2. It's going to come together pretty quickly, and then it's going to go into the refrigerator to cool you just want to blend it until it's very smooth. It's very thick and creamy, which is what you want for a frosting. I like it. It's not overly sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this into a bowl and put it into my refrigerator so it can cool and kind of set up a little. While the frosting is cooling in the refrigerator, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the crust. We're gonna add 2 cups of walnuts to my food processor. I'm gonna add 8 to 12 medjool dates. I don't know if I need to cut these up or not. We'll see. I might have to end up cutting them a little bit. And I'm just going to add, it calls for a pinch of sea salt, so I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to it, sea salt. I'm going to put that on the top and I'm going to process this until it becomes really sticky and you know, holds together very well. It's holding together. Oh yeah, that'll be good. That's a good consistency right there. We can press that into the bottom of our pan and it will hold together, and that will be our crust. Looks good. Now, as I said, I put a piece of parchment paper in the bottom of my pan, which will make it easy to get it out. I'm just going to use my hands to begin with. Oh, that's going to be so good. Wow. And then we'll start moving it up a little bit on the sides of the pan. Okay, I think that's good. I think that looks good. Put this in the refrigerator and let it cool. Well, it's been about an hour and my crust and my frosting has been in the refrigerator chilling. So I'm going to go ahead and take the crust out of the springform pan and put the frosting on it. I'm going to top it with all the fruit that I sliced. I'm going to go ahead and take apart the springform pan. A little bit of the crust came off there. I'm going to slide it over here to my plate. Here's my crust. Looks good. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the frosting on it that we made from the cashews. Okay, I'm going to save the rest of the frosting and kind of drizzle it on top when I put the fruit on it. So now I'm just going to do some kind of design here with the strawberries that I sliced. just gonna drizzle a little bit of this on top. And there it is. That's my patriotic raw fruit pizza. Now you probably should go ahead and refrigerate it after you get it all decorated and put it back in the refrigerator for a while. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and cut myself a little piece out of here and give it a taste. Doesn't that look great? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. It's really good. Not overly sweet. The fruit tastes great, and the crust is really tasty. This would make a great dessert for your 4th of July celebration. I ate it all. It's gone. It's good. Well, I hope you like this recipe and will give it a try. I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe, click the like, the thumbs up and the bell, and then you'll be notified every time I post a new video. One more thing, check out my cookbook, which is available on Amazon. It's called Heart Healthy and Feeling Full Cookbook, and I've posted the link for it in the details below. Thanks for watching. Join me each week here in my kitchen where I share plant-based, healthy, nutritious recipes with you. And I'll be seeing you at Bounty and Soul each week as I hand out the local produce and wish each one of you the best. This is Annette signing off for now. And remember to invest in your health by eating whole, unprocessed foods.